This is where I'm at. I've got the line in the house all the way to the box, but not connected to the box. I got to shorten this cable a little bit. The ground was frozen. I was using a Tiger torch to open it up or de-thaw it, and burnt that a bit, so I'll have to change a little bit there. I got to dig a tiny bit out there to make that line straight. I had the inspector in this week, and I failed on some stuff, so I didn't have a chance to finish the wiring. My daughter broke her arm the day before, so I spent most of the day at the hospital with her, and then after that I got a couple calls, so I didn't get to do anything. So one of the things that failed was, so these things, those wire connectors or holders are single, and I used them here on doubles, so they want me to change those with a longer one for these double wires, so that failed. The other thing that failed is all up in the rafters. So these boards here, they want them removed, which is fine. I didn't really like them because they're not perfectly straight, because I was hanging from a ladder trying to do that while I was installing them, and I was using that as my spacer to put that in. And then so I gotta put 2x4s across on top, and then when the one stops here, I would have to start the next one here. So I got to do that twice on both sides. The wiring, that should be fine with that wire there, but they say usually they put a board under it, so if something is on it, it doesn't rip the wire out, but that's only if there's over 1 meter height, where I don't have that because you're not crawling up there. But I might do that anyway, just because I plan on putting stuff up there and spray foaming all this. I have the spray foam in the house already. And the other thing that they want me to do is, so the boards, this is 3/8 with an H clip, which I don't think is very strong. That's why I use it on the walls. And then on the roof, I used, instead of this 3/8, I used this 5/8 tongue and groove. And that's all the tongue and groove. So they want me to put a 2x4 over the tongue and groove here. So install 2x4s all the way across on the tongue and groove. So if you step on the tongue and groove and you go through, you have a 2x4 there. So that's one thing that they would like. So I got to do it there and there on each side. And then this is the pain in the butt one, is they want at the peak, they want a 2x4 across the peak. But you see those metal plates there, which is what's going to make that one a pain in the ass. Because, like, how are you supposed to get a 2x4 nailed in with a plate there? So those are the things I failed. And the other thing, so I had to rip out the vapor barrier and stuff so they could see, like, what I had done for the board. And then they want more nails. So on some places like this, I have to add nails, and I got to add a couple more nails there because they couldn't see it. And I have to remove the tuck tape kind of thing so that they could see all the nail spacing and stuff. So those are the things that I failed on. And then I just got to finish the wiring. So the one thing that's happening today is my buddy's coming with the tow truck. We're getting this truck into my storage spot. And when I moved it before, I broke both mirrors on each side, moving it into my neighbor's spot. So I'll have to get some mirrors for it, I guess, if I'm going to fix it. I sold this thing like 3 or 4 times already, and then everybody backs out last minute when they're supposed to come and pick it up. They're like, oh, I've changed my mind. So that's fine, because I've sold it for pretty much what I paid for it a few years ago, which was like 750, which is what I sold it for, and I'm about $3,000 into this thing, so I'm thinking I'll just finish it. I'll bring the white F350 here, and then after the white F350 is done, then this comes in, and I'll finish this before winter. And then we'll probably sell just before winter, because that'll be the time that trucks usually go, right? So we'll see, because it's not too much that I have to do in here. Just maybe a routine maintenance, make sure everything's good for safety. Fix the rust here on both sides. I have the other door, so get the door painted. Fix that little bit, change the windshield, get rid of the knock in the motor. So either change the motor with one from a wrecker or fix that one. But it's the knock's there, the knock's not there. And I know one of the cylinders isn't firing also. All right, this is getting a little bit long, so thanks for watching.